the Western Australia campus, aka the Perth campus. It's pretty awesome. On the screen here, you'll see notification and sounds. Why should you turn them off? Because it will allow you to pay more attention and get more out of this session than you would otherwise. So I'll just keep that on the screen for a little while so then everyone can do that. And if you have any questions, please post these under the Q&A function. This will be located either at the top, or if you have your taskbar at the bottom, then maybe at the bottom, but it's just a Q&A section. And that's where you can write all of your questions, which is good, I think. We'll have a little session at the end, which will be dedicated to just questions and answering all of them very effectively. So going on to a common questions. So the slide, a copy of the slides in PDF form will be sent, and a link to the recording will also be sent within the next 2 business days via email. Please monitor your junk folder, and sometimes if you're using a Gmail, it will land in your promotional inbox, so just keep an eye out there. At EIT, we are dedicated to delivering world-class, useful education. This is done through all of our courses, which span anything from a professional certificate all the way up to a doctorate, which is pretty amazing. We ensure that it is ready to use in the workplace, and we do this by creating industry-orientated programs. We specialize in just engineering. We're one of the only institutes in the world that actually does that. And it is designed by current engineering experts for future engineers, which is super exciting. Just 1 minute. On the screen, you can see why students choose EIT, but also choose to stay with EIT. We're dedicated to ensuring people enjoy their experience throughout all of education, from the very start of making an inquiry all the way up to the graduation process. We try and make that very smooth and easy to handle, which is ideal. You wouldn't want it any other way. On the screen, you'll see 2 export awards. Now, though they look very similar, they are 2 different ones. One is just in WA. So we won that one just for WA. So Western Australia, sorry. And then the other one we won interstate, I believe. That's the correct terminology. So today, this webinar is Empowering Success, EIT's Higher Education Academic and Student Support Services. This will be delivered by our wonderful Alison Gray, which I'll bring on the screen now to introduce herself.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks Jazz for the introduction. Really happy to be presenting to you. Kevin, I think you put in the Q&A, what are the benefits from this session? Today we'll just be talking about the support that you have at EIT. So once you join us and you've decided to take one of our courses, we want to make sure that you're not alone throughout your learning journey. So that's where myself and my team come into play. So we just want to discuss what we offer at EIT, and sometimes that is one of the deciding factors when you are taking on a course. So the first part is deciding on the right course for you, but you do want to make sure that you are supported throughout, and that is a huge factor, and something that I've recently been discussing with my daughters going into their uni courses. So it's a huge thing, is having that support while you study. Especially a lot of our online students haven't studied for a while. They are in the working industry, they're working full time, and they want to make sure that they've got that support. They know how to navigate the system. So that's a few of the things that we'll be discussing today. Myself, thank you, Jazz, again. My name's Alison Gray, so I'm the Student Support Manager here at EIT, and I focus in the Higher Education Department. So I have been with EIT for 20 years. Um, it's been an amazing journey, and I've seen the growth of EIT from 20 years ago to where we are now, and we're only onwards and upwards with the growth. So my focus is with our student services team and our learning support officers, which I'll also discuss what their roles are with you and how they can support you through your course. As Jasmine said, if you do have any questions, please post them in the Q&A at the top there. I'll try to answer that throughout, otherwise we'll have a Q&A at the end and I'll make sure I answered all those questions. So the agenda today is briefly, so we'll just show you the locations that we have at EIT, what courses we do offer. We won't go into depth into the courses. I know there's other webinars that you can join to learn more about the courses there. If you do want to learn more about the courses, we can get one of our course advisors, such as the lovely Jasmine, to contact you and give you more details there. I'll discuss the learning support officers, the student services department, what academic support you've got. We also have tech support that we can help you there, and student success workshops and our orientation programs. So what courses do we offer? So we have a range there. We've got 8 there, professional certificates and our advanced diplomas and diploma. This is in our vet department. The courses that I focus on within my team are the other 6 there. So the undergraduate certificates, the bachelor's degree, the grad certs, the graduate diploma, the master's degrees, and the Doctor of Engineering. So we have a range of courses there from, a 3-month course up into 2 and 3 years with those courses there. So with this, so our online students are online, but we do have a lot of our international students coming to us. So we have our Perth campus, our Melbourne campus, and our Brisbane campus. And this is where we have our international students come, and they can attend the classes face-to-face here with us in those locations. We also have our South African office and our learning hub there. A lot of our online students do visit those our locations. What we do find is a lot of our students will work off-site. The internet might not be great, so when it does come to doing tests, sometimes they just come to the office to chat to our staff, but also just to utilise the facilities that we've got there. Our newest additions are the Botswana Learning Hub and also the United Kingdom office, where you can also visit there, and we have facilities and utilities that you can use there. So with the student support, this is just a small range of what we can do to help you through your course. So from the day that you start, we introduce you to what we have here, the courses we do, facilities through the orientation programs. Once you start that course with us, we have all these different areas where we can provide that support. So we have our learning support officers and our lecturers. So they are there throughout your course. So with the higher education courses, you will be certain units that you will do each study period. So the learning support officers and the lecturers are there with you through that unit from the start to the finish, to make sure that you aren't going off track, you're on track to success, and that's our main aim there. Our student services department, we have a student services officer in Perth, Melbourne and Brisbane, so all our Australian campuses there. They focus on the health and wellbeing support for our students, so not only our international students but also our online students, and they are amazing. We do have a lot of students that are struggling getting back into study, and sometimes it's just a phone call or a visit to our student services just to reassure them that they're not alone and to make sure that they are on track there. We have our tech support. Tech scares me constantly. I'm always reaching out to the tech support teams, so it's the same for our students. So we can't always fix the problem, but we can definitely troubleshoot through the issues that you're having, and see what's going on there. We have our academic counselling, so we have a huge team of our academics that can jump in and help you. So again, we don't expect you to know everything and understand everything through your classes. So we can organise some academic counselling. These could be drop-in sessions with a group. It could be one-on-one. So these are based around the world, and we can definitely put that in place for you if you just need a little bit of extra help in one or all of your units or your whole course. We also offer English and math support. This is probably a lot more with our international students, but again, this is available for everyone. And then we have success workshops. So these range from wellbeing sessions to help with that mental health and, test anxiety, down to learning how to reference properly or just learning about networking, etc. So these a range of workshops there. I just saw in the Q&A, so Kevin, undergraduate engineering in electrical and electronics, how much and how long will it take if you already have
Ali,
diploma on the related course?
we'll just answer them at the end. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And that's probably something that we can get your course advisor to contact you on there anyway. We have another thing there. What's the importance of student support? As I said, if you don't have that support for our students and we don't offer that, we do see a lot of our students struggle in their studies, and that's the main aim, is to make sure that you're successful, you're graduating at the end, and for us, that's why we offer that support for you. So, learning support officers. So for each of your units within your course, you'll have a dedicated learning support officer. So they are there to support your learning. So whether it's navigating the systems that we use, uploading the materials, reminding you of when assessments are due, and making sure that marking's coming back from the lecturers, the learning support officer is your go-to person through that unit. So unlike a lot of the bigger universities, you aren't just a number. So we do get to know a lot of our students, and that is mainly due to our learning support officers being there from day one through to the end. The academic support, as I mentioned, so we can definitely help with, whether it's academic writing, just sometimes I say to students that it takes someone else explaining the same information just to grasp it a different way. So our academic support is huge, and I definitely see a lot of our students utilise this, and it makes a huge difference having that support for you throughout your course. Student services. So the team here work very closely with not only our academic team, but also our learning support officers. And this is, as I said, studying is hard, especially if you are a full-time student. One of our international students are full-time, even whether you're doing it part-time. Trying to fit in study on top of family commitments and work commitments, it's a lot. And sometimes, as we know, life throws things at us. So this is why the team is here. They can help with the learning support and chat to the LSOs to see what they can offer there. But it's more to help you just cope with study on top of everything else. So sometimes if you just need a chat, they are there. They have a range of resources that they can send you to help you with your studies. With our student success workshops, as I mentioned, we have many subjects that we schedule throughout the study periods, and this is to help you throughout your learning. So it could be academic support, it could be preparing for your tests and assessments, it could just be those mental health, wellbeing support sessions. We've had some where we teach students breathing techniques, and that just helps them calm down coming through to the exam period, and it's definitely worthwhile. As I mentioned, tech support, so we have a team based all around the world, so they can definitely help there navigate some of the issues that you're having. We use a range of platforms such as Moodle for our learning management system. We have Paradigm for our student management system. And then we use a range of, whether it's Teams or Big Blue Button for our online classes. And we understand, like day to day, technical issues come up all the time. So don't be afraid to reach out. The Learning Support Officer can help with that first point of contact. But if it's something that they can't assist there, they will reach out to the tech team and get that support for you, okay, wherever you are around the world. As I mentioned before, so with our orientation programs, we want our students set up from day one, understanding how to access everything, how to get their materials, find out where their assessments are. So this starts with an orientation program. So we hold these for our online and on-campus students. So for our on-campus students, we will, same thing for the online students, we get them set up in their learning management system. We give them their passwords. We make sure that they can access everything before they start their classes. The on-campus students, it's a way also for them to meet their peers and meet the academic team that will be there, the learning support officers also. We have our student services team that will send out a pre-departure handbook. With our on-campus students, so our international students, one of the biggest challenges they have is they're very new to Australia. So that's one of the biggest challenges is not only meeting people in Perth or Melbourne and Brisbane, but also just knowing a different way of study. That's where we come into play, and we make sure that they're not alone. They meet people, they know where to catch the bus in Perth, etc., Melbourne, and Brisbane. So that's part of the support that we offer. So it's not only that learning support, but making sure that they are happy, they're settled in Australia while they're over here to study. And we give them all that information during the orientation. With our online students, we hold the same type of orientation, but we do this online, similar to the platform we're in now. We send out all their login details, their passwords that they need. We make sure that they know when their classes are ready to start. So with the orientation, we generally hold it over 2 weeks for our online students. And this is, there's an orientation module that you'll go through. And then we hold a live Q&A similar to today, where you can ask all the questions you need to ask before you go into the next week when your classes start. And it is a way to connect with not only your classmates, but also the staff, but in that virtual setting like today. So why choose EIT? So sorry, I'm just making sure. Am I handing back to you for this, Jazz? Or do you want me to continue?
I don't believe so, from my understanding.
That's right. So why choose EIT? So we're internationally endorsed, Australian qualification, practical, relevant, courses driven by industry. So the big thing with EIT is we have those experts teaching the classes. It's not just a teacher, hopefully not reading off slides, but they're there, they're working in industry, they know contacts and they can help you there. As I said, it's presented by engineering professionals from around the world. So sometimes if you're an international student coming to us, you may have someone stream in from Spain because they're the best person in that that unit, that content, that topic, basically, to teach that to you. Others will be face-to-face. Various programs accredited by Engineers Australia. So all our accreditation details are on our website. We're very proud of where we've come with this, and we're constantly working on the background to make sure that these are amazing, accredited, and relevant for all students. We also have access, or you will have access to, a huge amount of reference and research materials. We have an e-library that is online, hundreds of books available on there. They're constantly working on that again, to make sure that we have the current information and the current books available to you to help you through your studies. So this is the main thing, is that supportive learning environment. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So we want to make sure you are supported, and this is the aim of this session today, is, as I said, to make sure that you know how EIT can support you through your whole course. We are specialist in engineering, so unlike other universities that have various areas that they have courses, we only specialise in engineering. And again, we're very proud of that, and it means that we are dedicated to having the best for engineering, so you can be amazing in the world after your course. It's a lifelong learning journey, so you may start with a professional certificate, go all the way through to that Doctor of Engineering, and we do have a lot of students that start with a bachelor course, go through to the masters, and now we've got some of them doing the Doctorate of Engineering. Our Deputy Dean, Indu, is very committed to women in engineering. She came and it was tough for her in the beginning because she was a female within a very male-orientated area. So we are committed to helping women in engineering and everyone around there. Jazz, I'll leave that with you, but I believe this is a competition that the marketing team are have on at the moment, so where you can submit a video, a humorous one, a creative one. We can send the details there, but the link is in there. But basically you can win $2,000 US and runners up there. So I would definitely recommend getting in there. Jazz has just put the links in the chat there, but go into there. That's all I would like to talk about, but I'm
Wonderful.
open for questions. Jasmine?
Just taking you off of the screen. So as Ali said, it's a very exciting opportunity to enter a really fun, I suppose, draw, one may say. Thank you, Alison. Thank you, everyone. It's been amazing. We're going to go into the question or the Q&A section now. So if you have any other questions, please do share them.
So I did see a question there about scholarships and if we do have them. So we definitely do have scholarships. This is available on our website. Please have a look through. Jasmine's put the link there. There are, criteria that you will need to meet to be able to apply for that, but definitely have a read through, see what could apply for you. And if you're looking at doing that, then apply, and our scholarships team can look at that. You will need to apply for that scholarship though prior to the study period starting or that intake starting. So get onto it, have a look. But if you have any questions, let us know there. Peter, I'm not sure, you just put how. It may have been something that I was talking about before. I'm not sure what that, partial scholarships. I'm hoping that was in relation to. So partial, I'm not sure, we do offer partial scholarships. As I said, have a read through. We can definitely get the scholarships team to contact you, Peter, or you can send an inquiry through. I believe there's an email there that you can contact them on, and they can give you all that information on partial and full scholarships.
I thought I would just come in and also make mention. So each scholarship page, they all have how to apply section. It's very important to read through that. I think it's quite beneficial overall, and the criteria is there as well because we consider a lot of different options. I think we've just got another Q&A section. Question in the Q&A section, sorry.
Francois, exams and tests hosted online or on campus for most exams. If I'm studying in South Africa, I assume we'll be taking tests in Johannesburg. Is that correct? So, if you are one of our online students, most of our tests and exams will be online. We do have a proctoring software that we do use, but the LSOs will, send all that information out. If you are close to the Johannesburg office and you prefer to do the tests or exams there, we can definitely organise that. And as I said, a lot of people may not have strong internet at home and want no distractions or interruptions while they're doing those tests. So you're more than welcome to come to the Johannesburg office and we can set you up in a room and get you to do the test there or exams. Our on-campus students will do most of theirs at campus, especially as they're first starting and getting used to the programs and software that we use. Later on in their course, we'll allow some of those to do them online, but generally the on-campus international students will do theirs at the campus location that they are studying. Kevin, I saw one there about the costs. I think Jazz will take note of that and get one of the course advisors to contact you with more information there on the undergraduate engineering in electrical and electronics. So we'll contact you there with the costs, etc. there. But it's great to see that you're very interested. So again, reach out. They'll reach out and send you all that and contact you there. And Kevin, hopefully we covered the benefits out of this session and that you did enjoy some of the benefits that I was talking about there. But please let me know if there's any further questions. We don't have a campus in Zimbabwe. We do have a learning hub in Botswana. And we have the office and learning hub in the Johannesburg office at the moment, but not at this stage. Perhaps in the future as we grow, we may branch out to that. But at the moment, our campuses are Perth, Melbourne and Brisbane in Australia. Can financially disadvantaged people study there at Indonesian? Yes, of course. So again, fees do come with the course. So as Jasmine said, there are scholarships that you can apply for if you are eligible for that. But definitely we can contact you with the fees from where you are in Indonesia and let you know, and then you can decide from there if that's something that you are able to do. And yes. Any other questions about anything? Test me. Okay. Hopefully you have got something out of this and understand some of the support that we do offer at EIT. As I said, it's very passionate part of my role, and I'm huge on making sure that our students aren't struggling. And even when you're struggling, we want to preempt that and get you back on track. So you don't continue down that path. So that's the main aim, is why we have all these different departments and staff there to help you. So you're definitely not alone. I know it's extremely scary going into a course sometimes. Some people love learning, some are really worried at it, and it makes them anxious. So reach out. We can talk you through all the different requirements that you may need, and then you can make that decision if EIT is the way to go for you. For how long will the lesson last? Peter, do you mean the classes that you'll attend? If it's this session now, we'll be ending shortly if there's no more questions. But for our classes, for our courses, our masters and our grad certs classes are 60 minutes. There'll be 12 topics within each unit. So you will have a break here and there, a mid-semester break sometimes. With our bachelor and our undergrad courses, they are 90-minute classes. So we do have an academic calendar that will go through all the different dates in that study period. But yeah, generally 60 minutes, 90 minutes for those courses there. Our doctorate classes, I think, are 60 minutes also.
Wonderful. I do believe that's it when it comes to the questions, which is amazing. I'll just take you off screen now, Alison.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate you joining us. But again, any other questions, you can certainly contact us outside of this session. But thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Okay, so as Alison said, you can contact us in many different ways as well. So you can always make an inquiry on our website. You can give us a call. You can send us an email. I'll pop my email in the chat just in case anyone wants to directly send me an email, and then I can assist them. Just bear with me one moment. And yes, so this has just been the session today. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're always happy and eager to assist wherever we can. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your day.